present about ASIRT. So over to you, Sanjay bhai.
Thank you, Nilesh. I'll just share my screen. Can you see my screen now, Nilesh?
Yes, we can.
Okay, superb. So good evening, friends. Thank you so much for joining us here on the 99th Tech Day of ASIRT. A special and very big thank you to all our sponsors, Fujifilm, Cevex, and Technobind. Believe me, this kind of events are not possible without the support of our sponsors. So can we thank all our sponsors by typing TTT in the chat box? That is thank you, sponsors. Please type TTT in the chat box and welcome our sponsors. Great, superb. So I think today is going to be a super energetic day, and so let's go forward and let's talk. Let me introduce you a little bit about what ASIRT is. So ASIRT has been promoted by leading SIs of Mumbai, and ASIRT is based on 3 pillars, that is partner, progress, and evolve. ASIRT, it all started in 2012 and have received an incredible support from the SI community. System integrators and retailers in technology are eligible for the membership of ASIRT. Currently, we have members who are into sales and service of computers, CCTV, IT rentals, services related to printers, cybersecurity, e-waste management, and many more. These members are based basically in Mumbai, Thane, and Navi Mumbai. Currently, ASIRT is doing a collective business of around 2,500 crore rupees. Friends, the current membership strength have reached to 215 members. Isn't this amazing? Last month, we have again added 3 new members. Can we congratulate the membership team, that is Jayesh Sompura and Shirish Marathi, by typing clap, that is CCC. Please type CCC for our membership team. They are doing an amazing job. Constantly, they are adding 3-4 members every month, and we have reached a new high of 215 members. Great, super friends. Okay, so now moving forward, ASIRT has been hosting various events for the benefits of members, and Tech Days are our flagship event, which is held every month from last 10 years, and today is the 99th Tech Day, and soon we are going to celebrate our 100th Tech Day, which is going to be a very grand celebration. So in Tech Days, we have product presentations from our sponsors. It is an opportunity for members to network and partner with these OEMs. Many a times, ASIRT has been honored by sponsors by launching their products on the ASIRT platform. We also host TechEDGE events. The main focus of TechEDGE is around upgrading the technical knowledge of our members and their teams. We invite various OEMs to train our members for their products, sales, support, installation, and servicing kind of things. We believe. Can you please, Pankaj bhai, can you mute yourself?
नहीं अन्ना ये ऐसा तुम्हें बोला यार सिंपल देखना तेरा प्रॉब्लम क्या है मेरे तेरा प्रॉब्लम क्या है वो बोल तू मैं सॉल्व कर दूंगा वो बोलता है पंकज ने उधर डाला
Okay, sorry guys for this interruption. Yeah, we believe in learn to earn more, and we invite external speakers who are experts in business management, sales, marketing, social media, human resource development, etc. And this helps our members to better their expanding businesses. Yeah, in October 2021, we have started another annual event with the name of ASIRT Synergy. This was a full-day event with overnight stay at the resort located at Marve Beach at Malad, and these are the few pictures of that event. Guys, we have our grievance team for members. So if you have any issues with any OEMs which are not getting resolved in time, please send an email to the grievance team and we can communicate your issues to the OEMs and try to resolve it. We also have a tax advisor on panel, which can advise you in your IT or tax related queries. This is ASIRT Pulse. It's a quarterly newsletter which highlights sponsors or tech days and any other events by ASIRT. We include success stories of few of our members in this newsletter. So friends, if you want to include your success story in this newsletter, do contact us. This newsletter is not only circulated to members, but it is also sent to media companies and other corporates. And this can be a very, very good opportunity for you to get the visibility among a lot of people. All right, so these are consortiums. So what we have done is since we have more than 200 members, we have divided this member strength to smaller groups, and which are called consortiums. This smaller group helps members to understand each other's businesses, products, and services very well. It also helps them to collaborate and expand their businesses and add new products and services which they do not have in-house expertise in. So they can go and have more products in their basket. These are consortium captains, and I would like to give them a big round of applause. They are doing an amazing job of conducting consortium meetings, following up with consortium members for various initiatives hosted by members. So thank you so very much, consortium captains. Okay, now this is ASIRT Gold Member Program, right? This is under this program, we consult few SIs from different levels of business and come up with a rate card of services like if you are doing a product installation, what should be your service charge? If you are doing some software installation, say you are trying to install a server in a machine or a Microsoft Exchange server, what you should charge? What are the industry standards like? Or if you are into AMCs, what should be a per PC AMC charges like? So these are something that we publish yearly, and we are going to soon upload new rate card for the financial year 22-23 on our website, and we'll let you know as soon as we come up with the new rates on the website. And guys, you all know that we are living in a digital age, and it is absolute must to be present on various social media platforms. We are present on all these platforms and request you to kindly go and follow our pages so that we get much more reach. So thank you so much for your time and patience. I will hand over it to Nilesh again. Over to you, Nilesh.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sanjay Bhai, for the insightful introductions to all the members of the ASIRT. And I'm sure everyone is excited to our next 100 Tech Day, which will be a very grand event. So look out for this informations. With this first, I will ask Jayesh Bhai to introduce our new members. Over to Jayesh Bhai.
Thank you, Nilesh Bhai. Good evening, fellow ASIRTers and dear guests. As you know, I, along with Sirish Marathe, are the part of membership team for the past 2 years. We are responsible for ensuring that our association has a healthy strength of members, which is culmination of retaining existing members and adding new ones. As Sanjay Bhai said, as of today, we are 215 members, and we express our gratitude to one and all for supporting us wholeheartedly. So please keep your good work and help our association to grow. Today, we are going to introduce some of our new members who have recently joined our renowned association. So let me call upon, for a change, after a long time, a woman entrepreneur in ASIRT. She is into web designing, web and digital marketing since 2013. So with a huge round of applause, please welcome Mrs. Sneha Kulkarni from TP Global Solutions Private Limited. Come on, she has been referred by our member Nirav Rawal and Ashish Manek. Give a big round of virtual applause. Come on, everyone. Over to you, Sneha.
Yeah, so thank you for welcoming me, and thanks to Nirav Rawal especially. So he's not just a friend, he's a client of our organization too, and nice that he have introduced me with this group, and I had a very nice conversation. I started a very nice conversation with
Sneha, आपका voice little low है. You just come little closer to the mic, please.
So thanks to Nirav Raval for introducing me with this group. Would like to talk about my organization. Yes, we have started our organization in 2013 when I was in US, and my company is registered in US Atlanta, and in India we registered in 2018. In 2017 mid I came back to India. So we have started there, and for our digital marketing company, first we have started with the healthcare segment and the real estate of only US and UK. And for India market, we started from 2018. Now we are located, our two offices are there. One is in Villeparle and another is in Borivali. And in India, we are having a tie-up almost with the 14 universities. So we are doing digital marketing of many of the institute. And I'm also a techno panelist of IIT Mumbai this year. I also take sessions for IIM Bangalore Women Entrepreneurship Cell. And I am one of the speaker of Dr. Vivek Bindra's Bada Business. I am a professor there. So this is a small introduction of me. And yes, many of you have contacted me for their website and digital marketing. However, I was traveling from last 2-3 weeks, but from the next week, I am requesting all of you to have a in-person one-to-one call. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, Sneha. What a wonderful journey from USA to ASIRT. Great. Wish you all the best. So now moving on, let's call upon someone who offers bundle of services ranging from on-site support, FMS, remote support, and financial services. Let's call upon Mr. Yogesh Jain from K Plus Infotech Private Limited. He has been referred by our member Yogesh Shah from Mahavir Says Power. Over to you, Yogesh. Is he there?
No. No, Yogesh.
Yes, I think so. Yogesh is traveling. He put the message. He has put the message in a business group.
It's not
Yeah,
there.
that's what.
Planning is there.
He's not there, right?
Yeah, Mr. Manish Putrani is there.
Okay, no problem. No problem. So moving on, let's call upon someone who has 24 years of experience in sales and service of IT products. With a huge round of applause, please welcome Mr. Manish Vitlani from Computronics Multivision Private Limited. Over to you, Manish.
Thank you, Jayasbhai. Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. As everybody knows, we are into this field from last 24 years, and we are working on around 8 verticals. Am I audible?
Little low. You can just
Yeah, Jayesh.
come near to
You are
your,
very much. You can come closer, little closer.
Okay, absolutely. So this is first year with ASIRT, and I'm happy to connect with all of you. We are into this field from last 24 years. Computer sales, services, maintenance contract, that is our forte. And we have diversified to e-commerce industry also, Amazon, Flipkart. We are also participating in government tenders, government e-marketplace, Baba Atomic Research Center, Department of Atomic Energy, Western Railway, Central Railway. So this is a short introduction of ours. We are 30 members. We are 30 number of people working together to achieve our goals. Thank you so much, ASIRT, for joining us. Thank you all.
Thank you, Manish Bhai, for your wonderful introduction. So that's all from the membership team today. Keep giving us more and more references. Thanks for being a wonderful audience. Over to you, Nilesh Bhai.
Yeah, thank you very much, friends. I'm sure everyone over here. Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I also invite our members to share any stories or any collaboration stories you want to share. If anyone wants to share right now, we have 5 more minutes to present 5 more minutes, before which I can hand it over to our sponsors. So if any of our members want to share any story, any collaboration success stories, please raise your hand and we can allow you to share your story. Yeah, Tushar bhai.
Good afternoon, friends. So basically, it is not success story. It is just a request. Okay, we 40 or 45 members every Sunday playing at Highland. So those who are not registered for ACPL and are not part of any team, they can also come. We will accommodate them. We are playing from 9 to 11. After that, followed by some samosa, jalebi, and all that. So we request everyone to come between 9 to 11 on every Sunday. It is up to 12th March and we have booked the turf and all that. And it is one type of social. So we request everyone to come. Thank you, Nilesh bhai.
Yeah, thank you, Tushar bhai. So Tushar bhai's message is loud and clear. 12th of March, we are having our ACPL 3.0. Don't miss. And before that, you have an ample of opportunity to socialize with all our ASIRT friends on the Sunday and have a, I think he mentioned so many snacks, which is mouth-watering, jalebi, fafda, all those, so many things which they enjoy on Sunday morning. So I'm sure everyone would be eager. So from this Sunday onwards, you can be assured. Tushar bhai will please share the location again, Tushar bhai, where everyone can come.
Yes, I will share on group, WhatsApp group. I will share the location.
Yes, yeah. And again, I'm repeating for our 100 Tech Day, it will be a very grand event. So let's wait for the more informations and we will update you about the grand 100 Tech Day. Any more of our members want to share anything? We have 3 more minutes to go.
We can start.
Okay, I think there is one more request. Acha, Tushar bhai, your hand is still up, please.
Yeah. So it is my request only. Another thing, the collaboration is the key thing. That's why we have think that consortium concept is because of collaboration. And I am telling you, my almost 40 to 60% business is due to this collaboration in last 3 to 5 years. Recently, we had collaborated with Mr. Harshat Thakkar for document management, then Mr. Manish for firewall upgradation. So team try to understand others members business, take his key expertise and sell that key expertise to your client and grow your business. This is my personal request to everyone. So what we have done, we have started in my cricket team only. After every session, we are just speaking about our business for 1 or 2 minutes. So we can share that expertise with each other and we can grow the business. Thank you, bye.
Okay, great. I think, and one more announcement, one more hand raise is there. Sneha, you want to share something?
No, I don't want to share anything, but तुषार भाई मुझे लगता है अभी मुझे क्रिकेट देखने तो आना ही पड़ेगा.
Great.
देखना नहीं, खेलना पड़ेगा.
कोई बात नहीं, सीख लेंगे वो भी.
And then bring your friends along.
Okay. Now I want to ask one more. We have one query. Like we have recently, we had one session from Aztec, Shaudin Bhai. Like, and similar sessions we will be having from our mentors regularly. One more sessions we are planning. It is on 11th of March from Hiren Bhai. That is on financial discipline and management. Would like to know if any more suggestions from you. You have any suggestions, or our members have any specific queries which they want us to be taken care by our mentors. So do write to us on the board ID, board@asirt.in. And we will be glad to take it further to our mentors, which can help all the association members. So I'm sure people have benefited from the last sessions of this Sovereign Buy. Now, if there are no more suggestions, queries, or any stories to be shared, we will start our main sessions from our sponsors, Civics. We have with us Mr. Vishal Thakkar. Vishal Thakkar is he leads unified communications and collaborations for Avaya India. Vishal believes in a simplified technology and the way we do business. Vishal has over 20 years of experience of executing strategies to drive growth within intentionally competitive markets. An expert at establishing operational excellence, thereby building cohesive team structures that drive organizations' visions to variable, reliable goals. He is a passionate for business development and an adroit at analyzing an organizational critical requirements, identifying potential opportunities, and develop innovative, cost-effective solutions for enhancing competitiveness and increasing revenues and improving overall customer satisfaction. At Avaya, Vishal is driving the conversations of technological evolutions in terms of collaborations, workspace, interoperability, and convergence. With this, I hand over to Vishalji. Vishalji, it's yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nileshji, for the wonderful introduction. I'm honored. Good evening, everyone. And I welcome you to this conference and really appreciate the views and the opportunity given to us. As a hygiene check, I'm just going to share my screen. I'm going to talk about what Avaya is and how we can help you. Give me a moment, please. Host, disable participant screen sharing. Okay, so whosoever is the host of this conference, you need to allow me to share presentation. Okay. Yep.
It's already done, sir.
Okay. Can you see my slides?
Yes, Vishalji. Yes, we can.
Yeah, 1 second. Is this full screen visible, or you can see any other application as well?
It's full screen, only it's at the bottom we can see slide 1 of 24.
Okay. So I'm starting with saying that work is changing, so should your communications. Avaya is all about communication. So I will start with talking about what are the top trends in unified communication, how Avaya can help, a brief introduction and overview on what we do in terms of the products and technologies, and I'll take your feedback at the end of the session. What are the top 5 trends which are defining the world post-COVID-19? According to Metrigy Research, they did a global study for a couple of thousand companies on workplace collaboration. And here is a question for audience. What do you think the number of or the percentage of organizations which fully rely on the cloud for their communication need or run a combination of UC as a service and on-premise UC? Anyone from the audience, if you would like to answer this, what could be the percentage of those organizations? Any wild guess is okay.
50 plus, 50% plus.
Yeah, that's ideal. You are very close to it. 47.5% organizations now fully rely on cloud for their communication needs or run a combination of UC as a service and on-prem UC. 28.6% still using UC on-premise, and just 1 quarter, like 25.4%, are moving to the cloud or evaluating such transition. So that's where the world is shaping to. As can be seen with the most industries, artificial intelligence is slowly expanding and making its way in major processes. Telecom and business communication is no stranger to AI. However, a growing unified communication trend sees AI becoming a more common tool You can think about virtual chatbots, virtual assistants, integrated services, and many more. Team collaboration is now provided as the core UI and can be seen as a work hub, meaning the integration capability of the other application into team collaboration platform should be much more seamless. About 47% of companies currently integrate at least one app, such as either project management, meetings, file sharing, CRM, HR tools, or even social media integration into their team collaboration. Companies like Facebook and Dropbox have made work from home a permanent options. Others have introduced flexible working models. Amazon, for example, allows certain employees to work from home from 2 days a week. The shift to remote work has created new challenges for IT organizations when it comes to supporting real-time collaboration applications. Okay, so now all these solutions, what you're looking for should be supporting hybrid working. And in the response to the pandemic, many organizations quickly adopted a range of collaboration applications to support remote working. Now, IT, business, and security leaders are increasing their focus on how to secure them. So while these are the trends, at the same time, we also need to see how we are geared up to support this. Avaya is a progressive innovator, which means its technology is built to shape and mold to the new continuously. Avaya One Cloud is built entirely on that premise. There are no boundaries to what can be achieved because it's a multi-cloud applications ecosystem that provides two key features. First, the future of customer experience centers, and second, the future of digital workplace or future of work. Unified communication and collaboration technology that introduces new ways to work and be productive across the entire organization. Avaya One Cloud serves the need of everything customer because it encapsulates all facets of composable business. And as a multi-cloud system, One Cloud helps to combine the benefit of Avaya and our global partner network, which are market leaders in their respective areas of expertise, such as NVIDIA and leading cloud platforms such as Microsoft Azure, Amazon Web Services, and Google Cloud. Okay, with this, I move to the unified communication portfolio. Here we have calling, messaging, meetings, and team collaboration. When we talk about calling, we have two platforms, Avaya Aura, which can go up to a couple of thousand users in one conference, one meeting, and even a point-to-point calling. So you can support up to a couple of lakh users in a redundant environment. And we also have IP Office, which I'm going to talk about in detail, can support up to 3,000 users. And as and when we go more deeper, I'll talk about more the products in detail. So I'm starting with IP Office. It's a platform for communication and collaboration, which supports UC, team collaboration, customer experiences, and meetings. It's a platform which which drives the solutions for contact centers and unified communication for any organization. Okay. So what it does, it provides you a workplace client, which is basically all-in-one UC app for voice, video, messaging, sharing, and meetings. And all you can do everything from this particular client itself. And for those who are looking for a WebRTC-based solution, there is a WebRTC soft phone available, and which is also possible to integrate with other applications like Teams, Office 365, Salesforce, and others. Okay, the slide just to show you that for IP Office platform, you can go up to 3,000 users in just one platform itself. Not going more in detail. Yeah. Now, we have licenses for these workers or office users. And since there is no one license which fits all, so you have power user, office worker, and basic users and receptionists. So there are various licenses available for telephone users. Yeah, we have a range of phones available. These phones support various features such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, color display. All of them are color display, and some phones have bigger displays and two displays. Various features and functionalities supported to various customer needs. The new Avaya Vantage, this is our phone, which is purposely built device focused on meetings and work team collaboration, chat, task management, sharing files, creating posts, and more. The Vantage includes screen shifting technology, where presented content, video, or both can be shifted to a large or external display based on the meeting dynamics and the group size. So you can connect an external display to this particular model. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about Avaya Spaces. So now from UC, I move to team collaboration. It provides environments in the cloud, spaces that's centralized where you chat, call, meet, post files, manage tasks, and more, based on a particular topic. Think of a space as always on virtual room where teams can organize and meet with others for continuous collaboration. Now, everyone has workplace productivity app these days. There are various different apps for meetings, apps for team chats, apps for file sharing, apps for task management. But do all these disparate apps talk to each other? With Avaya Space, you have all these capabilities in one. Spaces offers a new approach to collaboration and getting things done with always on immersive platform enhanced by AI to keep up everything going in your workday. Yeah, so this is how it is. You do everything from your dashboard, whether you are creating a new space or a new meeting or your history of spaces or direct messages, whether you want to invite someone, supports third-party endpoint calling into your spaces meeting and chat, immersive chat, everything is supported from this one dashboard. Avaya Spaces is built on CPaaS. The modular CPaaS backend is what Avaya Spaces is built on, and it enables integrations with third-party apps and partners like NVIDIA and Google's. Avaya's ability to create unique solutions is driven by CPaaS as it shifts to being more of cloud platform vendor. Avaya CPaaS also forms the bridge between the contact center and digital workplace, enabling persistent collaboration through workflows that deliver game-changing customer and employee experiences. In other words, it brings the power of workstream collaboration throughout the entire business, helping dissolve the divide between the front and back office to ensure a seamless customer experience. There is no other vendor who does it. Let me give you a practical use case. We are offering AI noise elimination in spaces, which we'll talk more about in a few minutes. Most people are going to associate that with meetings. But since our platform serves the customer and the employee experience, a contact center agent can take advantage of it to better hear someone calling in from airport or maybe a noisy pub, or for an agent working from a noisy home office can be now heard clearly. The platform enables seamless workflows, leveraging APIs to take advantage of integrations for CRM, process automation, productivity, and many more. Yeah. So this is what it is. We boast about doing a large meeting with over 1,000 participants, and you get a very nice 61 grid layout, which is also unique because no one else can show you this. Okay. We also have AI-powered features such as putting people in the immersive room, background blur, change of background. And we also have some features like AI-based immersive presenter, where the presenter's image is immersed on the content itself. And you can have up to 4 presenters joining that presentation like this. And as I spoke about AI noise elimination, that helps you joining your hybrid environment, whether you are joining from on the go, you are joining from your home office or wherever you are. It just filters the human voice and the noises not disturbing your conferences. Okay, yeah. So how we provide the differentiated experiences, our capability to build APIs based on these solutions, because we have a modular CPaaS, is allowing us to do these integrations. Now, this slide has many things which I want to talk about it. There are various use cases which are done for various different sectors like healthcare, retail, education, real estate, and many others. There are various solutions which are done based on the API integrations of these spaces. Because of time crunch, I'm not going more in detail, but if you want more details on this, we can always share with you. Supporting a hybrid workplace has been inherent in Avaya Spaces since its introduction. Enhancing the ability to work some days in office where other days remote, Avaya goes beyond just SIP connectivity in with both Avaya's CU360 huddle systems and Avaya Vantage tablet-like device. These systems have native Avaya Spaces applications where they can include additional productivity tools just beyond connecting to a meeting. These devices are based on Android, so you can have any application which runs on Android, downloaded onto it, and can be used for meetings. We have also introduced digital calling to Avaya Spaces. When I say digital calling, what it means is if you pick up your phone and you search for a user in your contacts and you make them a call using Avaya Spaces, it will ring on their phone. They'll get a notification and it just works like a telephony. While no other meeting solutions can do this, and at the same time, what we have done is we are transforming the on-prem telephony in a way that allows you to integrate cloud-based meeting solutions of Avaya Spaces to your on-prem telephony server, which could be Avaya Aura and IP Office. Yeah, so as it's shown in the slide, when you make a call, it rings on your WebRTC-enabled browser, or if you are using client, it rings on your client. And you have the flexibility to call from your mobile phone or from your client, whatever way you want. So using telephony for your cloud meetings is also supported on this. Okay. So what are the various flavors available with Avaya Spaces? We have 3 licenses, Essential, Business, and Power. Essential is we call freemium. It's available to anyone and everyone. We don't charge for it. While on Business Spaces, you can connect up to 200 participants, and you get a lot of other features. And on Power Spaces, you can connect up to 1,000 participants. You can record your meetings. Unlimited cloud storage support is in both Business and Power. And you can do 61 grid layout and a lot of other things. And one of the most important feature, which I personally like, is a phone dial-in. So here what happens is, for your meetings, you get an India-based toll-free number, and people can join in from the phone if they are not able to join from mobile data network. Okay, and we also have devices. We have the range of devices which supports calling into various environments. So we have multimedia devices, which is your SIP phones, which works on even on Android. So you have K series and Vantage K series phones. We have conference phones, B series, which works on for any conference needs, right from personal space to a large size conference room. We have huddle cameras, which are typically USB-based cameras. Some of them are for personal, ranging from personal to a large size conference room, like you have 12x optical zoom also you get on this. And we have traditional XT series, which works on traditional IP calling, which supports H.323 and SIP. And today, if you want, it can work on your application-based solutions also. So it's a same endpoint which you can use for application-based calling. And we also have a huddle room system, which is called CU360, a very powerful device. It supports 3 modes of calling. It supports USB pass-through, so you can use it along with your laptop. It supports IP-based calling, so you can make calls on H.323 and SIP, and it also supports application-based calling. It has Android running on it, so you can just download any application and start using it. Okay. With this, I'm done for my session, and I only recommend that you can try Avaya Spaces, and you get a 60-day trial free. And you can let us know in case you feel you get any challenge on this. And with this, I'm done. Thank you very much, and I open for any session, any questions.
Yeah, Vishal, someone is requested to share your coordinates actually. So I think you can share the details which is required if member wants to connect with you.
Okay. I will share itself in the chat. Okay. Give me a second, please.
We will definitely forward it in, if you want, we can forward to our members also, Vishalji.
Yeah. So Civic's team has anyway my coordinates.
Correct.
But yeah, in case. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
I just shared so that people can reach out. Feel free to reach out, whosoever is your contact in Avaya. Otherwise, you can reach out to me anytime. Thanks a lot. I'm on time and appreciate your time. I hope you find it useful. Feel free to come back to us anytime. And over to Naveen now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vishalji. So we have our next speaker, Mr. Naveen Chawla, who is based out of Mumbai and leads the solutions engineers team of Poly in India. After his graduation from Loyola College, Madras, he completed his MBA from Maharishi Institute of Management. He started his career in 1999, selling the Polycom range of video conferencing system for the Polycom resellers in India. He then moved to Tata Communications, where he spent almost 10 years in the product management team. He was instrumental in establishing the video practices there with the launch of several UC products on the Cisco platform, like Telepresence as a service and Jamvi, a unified conferencing services during the early years. In his current role, he manages a team that passionately designates conferencing solutions that fit the need of every user and every conference room in a multi-platform. So over to Naveen ji.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm really honored to be presenting to the ASIRT team over here, and I'm really glad to know a lot of new people over here. And without spending more time, let's directly go into the presentation. Hope you're able to see my screen.
Yes, Naveen ji.
Great. Okay. So Poly, I mean, today in the next 15 minutes, I'll just spend some time about the work from home solutions that Poly has got to offer. Most of us are working from home today. Many of them have, gone back to the offices, but still hybrid, work culture is going to stay for very long, where people will sometimes be in the office, sometimes be at the home. So what does Poly has to offer to, users who want to work from home? But before I jump into the solutions, just let me take a moment to tell who Poly is, right? So Poly is coming together of two revolutionary companies, Plantronics and Polycom. Plantronics was, formed in 1961 and Polycom in 1990. And together we came and formed a new entity called Poly in 2018. And we are together a much bigger and a stronger force. In terms of the legacy, I'm sure all of you must have heard this famous saying, that one giant leap for man and one step for man and a giant leap for mankind, right? So this was basically spoken by Neil Armstrong in the moon. And these words were spoken into a Plantronics headset, which brought those words from the moon to the earth. And this shows the reliability of, the Polycom products, even for mission critical applications. And we are continuing that legacy even till today. So that's the legacy that we carry in terms of the audio and video, technology. We have, more than kind of 1,800 patents to our 1,500 patents to our name, specifically only to the audio and video conferencing field. And we support more than 30 plus cloud ecosystem partners. And
You're on mute.
Okay. Sorry, I think somebody muted me, my mistake, right? I hope you're able to hear me now. So more than 90% of the Fortune 500 companies rely on our products, for because of the, the reliability and the flexibility that we offer. When you talk about, Poly, we design audio and video products which are engineered to connect people with incredible quality in terms of audio and video, and work seamlessly with all the cloud providers, be it Zoom, Microsoft, Avaya, 8x8, Ring Central. Any cloud platform you take, our devices, are kind of, compatible with such cloud platforms. And these devices find place, in huddle spaces in your offices, at your desk, in the conference rooms, or for the flexible and remote worker, which is working from home or from any other remote office, right? So this is what we're going to cover today in terms of what solutions you have got for the home workers or the home office. But it's not just about these devices, right? So Poly also has got a software layer, which basically helps you to manage the devices across the, the spaces that you have. And we can also kind of, provide you with the global services in terms of deployment, in terms of consultancy and after sales support, which is very important, for enterprise grade applications. Now, when we talk of the portfolio, we've got the widest range. I can say, if I had to really talk about each and every product, it might, take almost a complete day for getting deep into each product. But just on a high level, we've got, things from the headset, which I'm kind of wearing today. I heard a couple of times, people are saying, can you come closer to the mic and, speak? I think if you use a headset like this, maybe we will not have a situation like that. And I hope my quality of audio is coming through very clearly. And it's a testimony to my products that I am recommending. So from the the headsets that we have, it goes both to the call centers as well as to the executives. We have got a wide range of headsets. We've got some audio and video conferencing systems that go into the conference rooms and boardrooms and huddle rooms. We've got desk phones that go into the the executive desk, and we also have got the solutions for the home offices, which we'll just cover in the next few slides. As I told you, we work seamlessly with the entire ecosystem of cloud providers, be it Microsoft, Zoom, RingCentral, and you name it, and we work with those ecosystem partners. In terms of the home solutions, right? So we've got very professional quality webcams, which work very well with the headsets like the one I'm wearing, and also with some speaker phones that we'll cover. And then we've got some very cool all-in-one video bars, which have the microphone, speaker, and camera built in. Specifically meant for home offices and executive cabins and huddle rooms, and a desktop device, which is basically a Poly Studio, which is an all-in-one device with a built-in display. So when you talk about the P5, which is the Poly Studio P5 is my is our webcam. Now you must be wondering that what is so great about a webcam, right? So everybody is having a webcam on the laptop. So why do you even think about a webcam? So when you really want to kind of give a very professional feel of the of what you're sending across, I think the webcam is very important. So let me just try and kind of for a moment stop my presentation and show you how the change happens when it is. Just give me a second. So I'm just changing over to the webcam that I'm recommending, and you give me a thumbs up if you really feel that it made a difference to the video that I'm sending across, right? So if you look at the webcam that I'm using, it really covers as much as you want to send across to the other person, right? So that's the benefit of having a very professional kind of a webcam that is there. And because it is an enterprise grade webcam, this can actually be managed through a cloud management system. So in case you want to roll it out across your organization, and if your IT team is talking about how we're going to manage these devices, we've got a cloud solution for it. And these webcams are certified for applications like Zoom and Microsoft, so that when you're going to mute your camera and etc., you will get those notifications on the other end, right? And obviously you've seen the the quality. There's exceptional camera optics over there. It also has an automatic low light compensation. So typically in a home environment, it's not like an office, right, which is very well lit and things like that. You might have a little low light in some places of your home, and this camera automatically adjusts to compensate for the low light and produces brilliant optimized colors, right? Color reproduction is really very good for these kinds of cameras. The other thing, which is very interesting about these cameras, as you can see from the, the image on the screen, see many times, what happens is that people want to keep their, laptops and, the displays in a little different kind of an angle when you want to, do a very long meeting. And this camera can adjust its angle, perfectly on top of your monitor to basically, show you the right image. And also you can move the camera outside of its base. And if you want to show some document, etc., you can also show those documents, etc., if you want to show. So very flexible in terms of the deployment. So all in all, what we recommend is that if you really want to have a very professional quality kind of a video during a collaboration meeting, please use a professional webcam like a Poly Studio P5. right? It also has got some cool features, like it's got a USB connection into it. Now, many laptops today, they come only with one USB port, right? Now, if you plug in your, your camera to that particular USB port, then, you're stuck because you want to connect a lot of other devices to your laptop today. So it's got a USB port behind the camera, which you can use to connect either a headset or a speakerphone, or, any other kind of USB peripheral that you would want to kind of use. And it's very rugged, right? I practically kind of fold it and throw it in my bag before I have to leave office and go home. And touch wood, it's not really damaged so far, right? And these webcams, they are basically bundled with some headsets and speakerphones, and they come in a very cool, easy to fit case, which can be which can be carried along. So this is basically a work from home kit. So depending upon how the user is comfortable, we bundle it with we sorry, is that a question? Okay. So we bundle it with basically, a headset or a speakerphone, depending upon what the user likes. So typically, we have customers who come and say, that I'm very comfortable wearing a headset because I don't want to be, dependent upon the low output of the speaker of the laptop, etc. So we have got the entry level wired headsets as well as the wireless headset, which we can bundle the camera with. And many customers, have come back and said, that they want to little bit move around when they're in a meeting, right? And that's where the studio, the polysync, comes into the picture. It's a speakerphone which can be connected to your laptop using a USB cable, and it has an inbuilt microphone, so you can use it as both for your mic as well as the speaker. And it's got an awesome quality. I took it to my home. My children just used it for listening to that song. And since then, they've been telling me, "Pa, just work from home because we would like to use this speakerphone for listening to music." Right. So that's really an amazing quality of output that the Sync speakers give. And it comes in three variants: Sync 20, Sync 40, and Sync 60, basically for small, medium, and large spaces. So if you've got a small huddle room, or if you want to carry it with you, when you're going out to to a hotel room, when you're working from hotel, etc., you can use a Sync 20. For a small conference room, a Sync 40 is good, and for large rooms, we have a Sync 60, which can basically be used. Now, again, it's not just a simple speakerphone. It's got some really cool features. First of all, it is certified for Microsoft Teams, so it's got a Microsoft Teams button. You can just press the button and it'll fire up the Microsoft Teams application. It has both Bluetooth and USB options. So if you want, you can just pair your mobile phone and use it as a speakerphone for calling from your mobile, etc. It's also got a charger. So if you want to kind of use it as a power bank when you're using the speakerphone, you can just connect your mobile and charge your mobile. And it's IP64 compliant, which means it's spill proof. If it's on the table and you by mistake spill some water or coffee on it, you can just wipe it off and make it clean. So it's got some very cool features to make it really rugged and useful. In terms of the all-in-one bar, we've got the Studio P15. It really is very useful. Sorry. So it's really very useful for users who want to have kind of be a little away from the screen and do a comfortable kind of meeting. So this all-in-one bar just sits on top of a display, and you can connect it to your laptop, and whatever application you have on your laptop, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, etc., just fire that application and get into a meeting and enjoy the audio and video quality that the Poly Studio P15 has got to offer. So some cool features again, in terms of the P15, it does a automatic framing. So if I move around the room a little bit, right? So typically you would like to kind of stretch yourself to avoid the fatigue of being in a long meeting. It'll automatically frame you, so it will not be like you're getting cut off when you're standing up from your desk. Obviously, in terms of the quality, it's got a 4K resolution, but very unique feature in it is an acoustic fence. So typically, what happens is that that if there is any background noise, etc., so what you can do is that you can create a fence. When I say a fence, it's a virtual fence. So any noise outside of this fence will be cut off automatically, and only the noise which is there in front of the camera goes to the far end. So if you are specifically using it in a noisy environment like a home, etc., you can cut off some background noise like the children playing or the kitchen noise, etc., which will be outside of this fence. Now, I will just quickly go to the last solution on the work from home front. It's basically an all-in-one display, right? It's got a display, 21-inch display. It's got a camera. It's got a microphone. And again, we want to just bring in that little extra into the whole design element of it. It's got a wireless charger, so you can just keep your iPhone on the base over there, and it gets charged wirelessly. Also, it's got a light shroud. So again, for people working from home, if you have not got an ideal lighting condition, it'll provide some light into your face, which is very important to get the natural tone of the skin to the other end when you're in a video meeting. So these are some of the the exciting products that we have from the Poly Studio from a work from home solution. We also have a whole lot of solutions which are there for the conference rooms and for the desk phones and the headsets that I'm wearing. So we've got a whole range of solutions. I would encourage that if you would like to know more about these, please do reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to discuss the entire range of solution with you. And I would just like to pause over here and see if there are any questions any of you would be having. I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. So that's the the presentation I wanted to share, and thank you once again for giving me an opportunity to meet the esteemed gathering.
Ashokji, quick question from you.
Sorry, any questions?
Yeah. Okay, Naveen bhai, can I just put a question here?
Yeah,
See,
sure.
we understand Poly has been typically a leader in video conferencing for years together. Only my thing is the availability and accessibility for the product and prices are very difficult. If somebody needs Poly, where to approach, nobody knows. So I think so if you've got national distributors or something, you should put it here.
Sure.
Trust me, many times I get inquiry, but then we convert it to a Cisco or something because the availability is not there. Where do we approach?
Sure. So I think, I'm here, thanks to Civex. So Civex is one of our distributors. So please reach out to Civex. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to, help you in terms of the availability, pricing, etc. So I think the Civex team will be sharing their, the coordinates as well.
Sure.
And my coordinates also are there on the chat now. So I'll be more than happy to help you if you reach out to me.
Sure. And how much is this headphone cost just on a MRP point of view? Then we can talk pricing.
See, we have got a whole range of headsets. It starts right from, kind of 6,000, it goes up to, 60,000. So we have got a whole range of headsets that we have from wired to wireless. So depending upon, what type of headset do you really want to have.
Okay. Great. Thanks. Yeah.
So thank you very much, Naveen ji, for this wonderful product presentations. So if anyone has any queries, please put it on a chat, and Civex teams and Naveen ji will be more than happy to answer it. So with this, I will invite our next sponsors, Fujifilm, Mr. Vinit Doshi. Mr. Vinit Doshi is a Fujifilm's regional business manager, recording media and tape archival solutions. He's having an experience of over 12 years with Lto Tape and tape-based infrastructure solutions. With this, I invite Vinit ji to take over. Vinit ji.
Yeah, good evening. I hope everybody can see me. Am I audible?
Yes, Vinit ji, very much.
Yeah, good evening. I sincerely hope that I am audible, and this is to welcome everybody for the ASIRT event that we have. Though it's a virtual event, we have had our share of fun when we last met in October, where as sponsors we could manage to connect physically. Yeah. So this time being different, it's just that we are out of the third wave now. I take this opportunity to wish good health for all of us, and we get back to normal very fast, which we are actually doing. And as we do that, I would like to introduce a few of our products that we have. The first one that I would like to share about is the Euretex Lto Tape Drive. We all are aware that for every organization, the main backbone of an organization is the backup and the data that happens. So Fujifilm, since quite a long time, has been into the film industry, and we have converted that opportunity of being from the film background to actually store the data that goes into the tapes. Okay. So firstly, let me just quickly ask you this question to make it more interactive. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so on the left-hand corner, we have Fujifilm. So I think everybody has heard about it. And since the 1970s, we have been diversifying into many technologies. On the left, on the right-hand side, we have the topmost right corner, which represents a tape. Okay, so each and every business actually would have a utility because they need the data, which is very, very critical. And especially during these times where you have ransomware attacks and you have hackers. So this tape actually, though it being a very traditional technology, it is able to store data and it can be taken offline and stored in a vault. And it's just a matter of restoration if at all you have any disaster or any ransomware issues that happen. Okay, then we have diversified into multiple things, including the medical. But today, here our focus technology product would be the one that I'm just going to be talking about on the next page. Yeah, so we have our collaborations with Unitex, which is a Japanese-based multinational again, and with them we are there in 24 countries all over the world. Okay, and India being the Fujifilm India office here. So what is so special about this Unitex? That is one question that I wanted to answer. First is that every day we have data that happens that could be on a small and medium business enterprise level. It could be a film producer, who is shot some content and he just wants to take a backup. We all know that taking a backup on a portable hard disk is going to be a little risky because there could be failures, or if at all the hard disk just drops, he could lose the data. So here we have come out with a device where it's called as a Lto Tape Drive, and it can be easily plug and played, okay, into your laptop or your desktop. Okay, by doing that, you can just quickly fire a copy paste command, and that would store the data onto the Lto tape. So it is as simple as just pushing the data from one of your laptop folders to a destination target, which is on the tape. Okay. Here, this is one of the softwares that is there. It's called as a Fast Tape LT. This software actually helps you have multiple source targets. Okay. If, for example, if you have some data which is lying on a LASI hard drive, or it's on an external hard drive, you can directly use this software as a streaming device and push that data onto a tape. This is very good as a security where, we have the topmost doctors and researchers, etc., whose data is very critical. They can use this product and store multiple copies on different targets. Okay. Guys, I would like to ask you if at any slide, if you have any queries, you can just ask us to stop, and we'll be very glad to clarify. Okay, so basically, traditionally USB per se was a slow technology, but then nowadays you have laptops which are enabled with C-type connectors. So using this C-type and the fast tape LT, we have got nearly speeds which is as good as 225.6 MB per second, which is pretty fast. Okay, so there is a small difference in the way traditionally a data center works, they would conventionally use expensive SaaS ports, which are there on a server, and you can have limited devices which can be connected. So the topmost portion of the slide, it shows the guy holding his head, which is not so easy. And on the bottom, it's very easy when you just use a USB plug and play. So there could be organizations which have this Windows server platforms and who need a compliance kind of a backup. They can just plug and play a device, enable LTFS, and just push data from the Windows server to the device. So that gives you a quick archival as well. Here we have a small case study where you have a lot of these universities, video production companies, geological labs. They can directly stream their data from a file-based server directly onto a USB tape drive. These are some of the softwares which are compliant, and of course they all have LTFS platforms like CatDV, Yota, Archivare, Zendata, etc. We also have connections established with the Veritas, ArcServe, Acronis. So even with these systems, it's like a matter of plug and play. Yes, our device works on both a Mac as well as a Windows-based platform. And you can just connect and confirm which version of the Mac they are using. With Windows, it's Windows 10 and above. Yeah, this is a typical medical scenario where a person walks in for his X-ray and all that, and it's very important that a lot of hospitals are doing that now for medico-legal formalities. Taking a copy and storing it offline on the LTO tape. So here, the bottom part of it is that it's a simple data copy software. Okay. Like a fast tape LT, which I had shown, connecting to a file server. And it's as good as like streaming your data directly onto the LTO tape. And this LTO tape then can be taken offsite and stored in a vault, or it can be stored in a bank locker or whichever place you feel you need to. We also help and support, like what happens is that every 3 years or 4 years, there is a new generation that is launched, which is like double the original capacity that we are operating on. Currently, we are operating on LTO 8 and LTO 9, which is like 12 terabyte and 32 terabyte on compression, 12 by 30. And there is another LTO 9 which has come, which is like 18 by 40 terabyte, 18 terabyte on native and 40 terabyte on compression. So we can help you and support you with any migrations also. So here in this case study, we migrate from LTO 6, a lower generation, directly to a LTO 8 by using a Windows platform. Here, this is a roadmap, like I had shared with you. We are exploring technologies, and we are actually ready with a capacity of 144 terabytes. As we all know, Fujifilm is one of the OEMs for the LTO tapes. So whichever brands that you have heard of, in the LTO tape segment, like HP, IBM, so we would probably be like a 70% manufacturing stakeholder. So every 2 tapes that are manufactured in the world, one has to be manufactured at Fujifilm, Japan. Yeah, so this is all about what we have, the Euretex, which is like a USB tape drive. Any queries you have on Euretex? I would like to answer that.
Sir, may I ask you a question?
Yes, Jayesh bhai, please.
Sir, what is the step you are taking to popularize this product?
What is the step that we are taking to popularize this product?
Popularizing this product to sell in the retail market or the lower end of the market?
Yeah, basically, majorly this particular technology is used for a small and medium enterprises. So as of now, we are using the CIO platform, and there are a few platforms that we have already published our product. And yeah, very soon, like since it's a new launch, it's only been about 6 months that we are taking this all India at an all India level. So you will soon be hearing about it with most of the conventional partners or resellers. They will be offering the solution as well. Yeah. Any further questions that you would have, or can I continue to the next particular solution? That
Yes, you can continue, Vinitji.
Okay, great. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, since my the previous solution, what I had spoken about was like a small and medium enterprise level solution where we can support for the hardware as well as the tape consumable. We have another product which is a Japanese innovation. It's called as an object archive. So as of late, we are all having challenges with the environment. Like there is a huge amount of carbon footprint, which hyperscale data centers and a lot of corporates, banks, etc., they are worried about. So basically, when I talk about carbon footprint, the first thing that comes to my mind is the electricity that is being consumed by the disk-based systems. Actually, it is a reality that disk-based systems, they are always continuously functional at all points of time, and they generate a very, very high carbon footprint. So we have a solution here where not only in terms of a carbon footprint, but also the cost per terabyte as compared to a disk-based system for a tape, it always works out a little cheaper. In fact, it's not a little cheaper, it's like nearly 1/6 as that of a disk. So what here we do is that we all have people now talking about cloud-based systems, etc. But the real fact of the matter is that when a client requires a lot of restoration to be done, does a cloud service really work out cheaper for them? So actually, if it's a matter of compliance, we always promote the concept and the idea of using a hybrid kind of a design where for a compliance, you can still opt in for a cloud-based technology. And Fujifilm as a backend would also support a customer in using an on-premise kind of a system. When I say on-premise kind of a system, what it does is that your existing systems which have a gateway to push data onto a cloud, we recommend a client to also keep one copy on-prem. And when I say keep it on-prem, I don't categorically refer to disk or tape, but eventually when it comes to a carbon footprint or a tape-based technology, it is always like a cheaper option for a client to push data onto a tape-based kind of a structure. So here in the diagram, if you see, it's basically like a data center kind of an environment which uses industry standards of S3 compatible API. So we deploy our object archive software on a server. And due to that, we are able to pick up the data, pack it in the form of your objects, and then push it onto a tape library. So here you can harness the complete solution of using objects which are currently being pushed onto the disk. Your disk can have a support of having a tape tier, okay, so that the cost mitigation happens, so that the carbon footprint can be reduced, and the advantage of having the tapes which are like an air gap can also be met. So below here, there are 4 points which are there with this kind of a solution, that we have an archiving which can be done on the cold data. Everybody knows that the second point is that a cloud, when you go to, they will be happy to receive, but when you try to leave, they will charge you a bomb for your data. And we always promote the third point where a customer would like to opt for a hybrid kind of a storage. And the fourth one, which is now the need of the hour, is protect information from cyber attacks. So this is in short what we propose, and we all have heard about the glacier way in which the data is now being stored onto the cloud. So our technology works in a similar way. Only thing is we design a cloud which is on-prem. Okay. So I wanted to keep this short because this kind of a object archive thing, I expect some queries on that. So I'm glad if you can ask me any queries that you need for this. We also have our team. Zabi, can you just say hi?
Hi everyone, good to connect all of you.
Yeah, so Zabi is there who takes care of the IT, and he's the guy who is the main technical background for us to be there doing the object archive. Yeah, so any questions, we would both be glad to try and help you out. Any queries, or it's like complete bouncer for all of us?
Yeah, in this world of cloud, this is
Yeah.
bouncer. This is old technology. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Old.
How about the cost?
The cost is like when you draw. Have you ever used the Amazon calculator?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So if you do the calculations and your restorations are more than 4%, so this technology would definitely reduce your complete cost return on investment in the next coming 5 years. But yeah, I would like to be very categorical in mentioning it's going to take like roughly 3 to 4 years for return on investment. So when you look at 3 to 4 years of return on investment, we would talk about something like over 2 petabytes of information. So the particular segment that is targeted is the medium and large enterprise for this particular product. And I would also like to be very, very, very vocal about this, that the critical data actually is not only the banks, etc., because they still have their archival done on the tapes, because it's a RBI norm now that they have a secured offsite location as well. Yeah. So it's still one of the best way of doing it, though it is traditional, accepted, but then it's always very secure.
Okay, if we want to restore data, how much time it takes?
Data restoration, the initial time is to load the cartridge, and then LTO 8 gives you on a native 350 MB per second. So if you're talking about a 1 terabyte kind of a data, okay, it should take you about an hour to restore 1 terabyte.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and with LTO 9, probably you might have faster. Now, this is what I'm sharing is for videos and movie files. If it's like smaller files, like your database files or a different model of files, other than this large MOV files, then it would always be much faster because you will be using it on compression. Yeah, does that answer your question, Shirish?
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So any other queries or Nilesh, are we still good on time? Can we take another question, please?
Yeah, if any one question is there, we can take it.
Yeah.
बाकी otherwise you have the 92% compression ratio.
Sorry, can you please come back? I couldn't understand your question.
What is the compression ratio?
Yeah, it is basically up till LTO 5, it was 1:2. Like native was always 1, and then the compression was double of that. So LTO 5 was 1.5 by 3 terabytes, but currently it has become like 1:2.5 now. So we have the Lto 8 generation, which is the current level generation, which is getting saturated now. So we have capacities of 12 terabyte by 30 terabyte. On native, it is 12 terabyte, and on compressed, it goes up to 30.
Thank you.
Yeah. So any other questions we can quickly, or you have my email ID, which I have shared. Okay. And you can get in touch with any of us. We'll really be glad to help you out, help you design your solutions, because we all have the latest of technologies which are coming. But then when it's a concern of security, when it's a concern of, protecting your data, we still feel that there has to be one copy of data or two copies of data on tapes, yeah, which is actually the correct norm that we follow. Yeah. Davi, would you like to add a few things about what I have spoken, or?
Yeah, is it good? Just wanted to tell all of you. Just take a 1 minute, Nilesh. I just wanted to tell you that whatever the Vineet has mentioned, Unitex is the tape solution for the customer who wants a data protection, who wants to backup, but very economically, right? They don't afford enterprise backup software, enterprise disk solutions, and they need a very common, which layman or like a normal non-technical people also can manage a data movement or cut paste archival. They want to keep a separate offline copy. Predominantly SMB customers are a lower small enterprise customer who are looking very friendly solution to just safeguard their data. So that is the most applicable, and that is the potential customer for the Unitex. But when it comes to object archive, these are the customer who has a 1 petabyte and more data, predominantly large enterprises, media houses, and the large universities and the healthcare systems, where cold storage needs to be managed on a very economically and cheap media. That's where tape and our object archive plays a major role and create a major differences. So I request all our partners, valuable partners. So if you come across such queries where customer is worried about to take care of cold storage or cold data for the longer period of a time, like 7 years, 8 years, they want to maintain the data, but on the very economical storage devices. That's where we can create a difference with a lot of costing save methods. Thank you, Nilesh and entire team.
Thank you, Vinit.
Yeah. Just to quickly summarize and wrap up. In fact, I would like to state that even Google, who have their sister company by the name of Gmail, in 2011 and 14, they had a major crash where a lot of viruses had got into their disk-based systems, and they themselves, being such a big cloud, they ultimately had their smart engineers who made a copy on tapes. And as we all know that we all have our platforms based on Google domains and Gmail domains. So we seamlessly didn't hear much about it, but then the Gmail systems, they overcome this by restoring their data from the tapes. So yeah, thanks. We are traditional, but we are there still, and that's how it's going to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish everybody a good evening, and do leave a feedback of what you have felt, and we'll like to take it in a stride as well. Thank you, guys, and thanks Zavi and Vikas for being there for this presentation.
Thank you very much, Vinitji. Thank you, Javila. So with this, I would invite Technobind, Mr. Hari Krishnan Prabhu. He's a Director, Channel and Ecosystems and Operations. He's an industry veteran with 25 plus years of in-depth experience in the Indian channel domain. He's a professional with a lasting relationship as a channel management expert. In addition, he's building a strong value-based channel ecosystems to deliver tangible outcomes in a beneficial and profitable way. He's a true believer in volumizing the value play, a philosophy that has become long-standing with Technobind, where he serves as the Director, Channel Ecosystems and Operations. I invite Hari Krishna ji to take over.
Thank you, sir. It's pleasure to be back with ASIRT. I was part of your first event, means this year's first event in Mumbai, wherein I was surprised to see about 120, 125, partner community members joining that particular ASIRT, and I believe that we had an excellent, the event, and it was very, very successful and helped us grow our business. We started doing a lot of business with some of the people who are already here, and I look forward to possibly create some more traction or build some more traction with the partners so that it benefits all of us. So thanks again. So let me come with the I have only about 5 to 6 slides that I will talk about. Can you guys see me actually?
Yes, Hari, we can see you.
Okay, I'm just build a presentation. I'll just share it. How do I share it? One minute. Is it visible now?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. Again, I will not take too much of time. I will just run through about 5 to 6 slides and try and explain what I am trying to position or talk about it. And at the end of my discussion, I'm sure it looks beneficial for all of us. So that's what I'm trying to do. Again, this is continuation to what my colleague spoke about a month back. Prashant had about 20 minutes of discussion with you guys, and I think it went on well. So I'm taking it forward from there. And most of you have seen this presentation, means at least the first 4 or 5 slides. But if somebody has missed it, I just want to take it. Maybe about 2 minutes I'll spend on this, and then we can go to the core subject. So Technobind, we are about 10 to 11-year-old organization. We call ourselves as technology partners or technology distributor, and we work with the certain OEMs, which I'll take you guys there. So just to highlight, as I said in the first slide, we are a specialist distributor focusing on data and products and solutions around data. So we all know that data is being generated, data is being created, but different kind of technologies. It could be cloud computing, mobility, IoT. These are the new things that we are hearing, and the data is actually in the middle of everything. Data is the core. So see, the other one that we all know is the data governance must keep up with the IT evaluation. IT is evolving. IT is, if you see about 15 years back, virtualization was a new technology. We all went behind it, and then mobility came into picture, and then cloud became sort of mandated in the IT scheme of things. And then similarly, we started looking at newer and newer technologies, newer phenomenon coming into the play. So as I said, we help customers along with the partners manage their data. That's our core philosophy. That's our core business model. So just to tell you what Technobind is all about, or what is our portfolio, what is our offering, we have about 4 buckets is what we call, or 4 pillars is what we call. What we do is we store data, we protect data, we secure data, and we analyze data. These are the 4 core buckets or streams of revenue, or the streams of product that we have: data storage, data protection, data security, and data management. So that's how most of these products that I'm showing here are classified, and each of these actually fall under that particular bucket. We work with Thales, Logmain, which is GoTo Now, Commvault, Dhruva, Micro Focus, Quest. I'm just don't want to read it, but the new entrant into the portfolio is Vertiv, and I'm sure all of us know Vertiv. from Tata Libert days to Emerson to now Verti. We all know that they have products like UPS and other things, but they also have a core data center products, which includes smart racks and stuff like that. So we have just tied up with them, and that completes our hardware portfolio as well. But here today, I'm not talking about any of the product. Some of my colleagues, some of my friends spoke about some of the technologies which was exciting, it's useful, and it's required in the market today. And I'm sure all of us are selling those. But what I am talking about is with the partners like you is how do we collaborate? How do we actually go to the market together? How do we actually win together? That's what I'm looking at. So I call this as collaboration redefined, and possibly next 3-4 slides that I'm talking about will give us a sort of perspective, what exactly we are talking about and how do we actually move forward and engage together. So we all are in IT industry and we have seen IT evolving, right? From wherever, it started with possibly a small data center to a large data center. It could be a virtualization, whatever I spoke about. But today's need or today's generation of the IT CIOs or CISOs or anything for that matter are getting adopted or changing their view towards the infrastructure or towards the IT requirement itself. There's a big shift in what customers are looking at, what customers want. This big shift is actually associated with the digital transformation. We are seeing a lot of digital transformation happening. I know you would have seen the UPI payments, you would have seen the kind of banking requirements, you could have seen manufacturing, which is moving towards not the core manufacturing, instrumentation and stuff like that. So all these transformation is actually requiring new domains, new skills. A lot of things need newer and newer skill sets, newer and new kind of looking at the requirement, newer and new kind of giving the solutions to the partners or the customers. There is also a sort of disruption in the technology that we are seeing today. Disruption could be next gen products, next gen solutions, next generation solutions. And what we have observed in the market today, and I may be wrong sometimes, but I'm telling you what my experience is, we are looking at something beyond cloud today. All customers are looking beyond cloud. One is going to the cloud. Second one is optimization of cloud. Third one is management of cloud. Fourth one is automation of cloud. And fifth one is monetization of data on cloud. So this is how the customers are looking at, this is how the market is moving towards, and it's time for us to get aligned. The technologies that people are talking about, analytics, RPA, data lake, it could be anything. These are the technologies which are new age. I'm not discounting the need like infrastructure requirements or the data center requirements or even cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is a big topic. I've not mentioned it here, big topic for every customer, and every small IT initiative that an organization takes, there is a security part of it. So that's how the world is changing, and it's time for us to get aligned. And according to me, one size, one formula, one recipe doesn't fit all. It has to be different. It needs to be customized. It needs to be. It's not just giving the solution, right? We need to understand the concept of security. We need to understand the concept of the technology shift that is happening, and then align ourselves or get some solutions together, stitch it and give it to your customer, which actually solves his problem. Maybe a motherhood statement, but yeah, it solves his problem, and we will be there with that. If we don't do that, if we don't align ourselves, or if we don't shift our focus or the way we work on technology, there is somebody who will come and do it. We would have nurtured an account for 15 years, 20 years, and we are doing everything. And today's young crowd or techies or so-called, they come and do something different, and there is a threat of we losing the customers. And so what we talk about is, it's all about collaboration. As partners, as IT vendors, as IT solution providers, we may not be able to get every product line into our portfolio. We may not be able to build bench of any kind of skills that are required for the customers, or to sell, or to go and implement or sustain the technologies that we are talking about, it's all about collaboration. If I may have 2 technologies and I may have some skill sets, somebody else may have another 3 technologies, and they have the skill sets. It is up to us to leverage each other's strength and see how we can address the market opportunity. Somewhere I say, earlier we used to say, right, learn to say no. Today, the buzzword is don't say no. Learn to say yes, and say yes for everything that a customer needs. And the collaboration or leveraging each other's strength can actually address customers' need, customers' pain point, and in turn, none of us will lose our own nurtured account at any given point in time. So that's where it is. This is about how do we collaborate, how do we leverage, how do I actually work with partner community, which is our own brotherhood, and say to address our customer needs. It is more towards, let's say customer has some requirement. I'm just trying to give you 1 or 2 examples. I think I have another 5 or 10 minutes. So what I'm trying to say is, I have a customer who comes back and asks me for some solution, or this is my problem, and I want to say, yes, I will go back to some of my friends in the community saying, this is the kind of requirement. Can you help me? Can we work together? I will take your service, or I'll take your skill set and give it back to, now give it to another partner. So we come and marry together to address the customer need at any given point in time without saying no, and without possibly walking out of an opportunity and hence losing the customer. That's where it is. We have built a business model around services for this kind of requirement. We have already done pilots, and we have successfully, I should say, we have successfully helped or assisted or joined some of the large projects to start with GSIs and some key SIs in the country. SIs are possibly regional SIs or the national SIs. We have done a lot of projects. I can give you 1 or 2 examples, right? I've been doing a lot of projects with Infosys, not Infosys customer, Infosys is SI division, wherein they pick up large projects where whatever, selling, it could be moving data from on-prem to cloud or cloud to cloud or whatever. And we just about 15 days back, we got a big project wherein they were offering the cloud migration to their customers. And they came back to us and said, you have this tool, do you have skill sets? And we went ahead and supported them with the skill set. We are helping them migrating the entire data on-prem to cloud. Similarly, we have done a lot of projects with TCS, Tech Mahindra, CTS, and as I said, most of the partners that we have. And all the services that we talk about is white labeled. Means I send my engineer or I send any engineer to the customer place, not on Technobyte's name, no Technobyte's email ID. It is white label. He will or she as an engineer will go along with a partner and in their own email IDs or domains or whatever. So that's how we try to collaborate. We have run the pilot. It's been successful. April onwards, we will hit the market. And we will possibly come back to all my friends here and see how we can collaborate, how we can leverage each other's strength and hence grow the business, and which is mutually beneficial for all of us. So watch out for this space. Maybe next presentation or next event, I think we should be able to launch this particular initiative and then look at working with each one of you here. Thanks a lot for giving us an opportunity. Any questions? I'm here to answer. Any questions? Yeah, if there is no question, and then I can sign out.
Friends, do you have any questions? Then please put across. Hari Krishna ji will be more than happy to answer all your queries.
Sir, this is Shirish. I just wanted to know what do you mean by next generation? Cloud itself is not implemented at various levels. Then where we are going from here?
So in my understanding, whatever we have seen in the market, cloud is here to stay, and at different levels, customers have adopted cloud. They may not have moved the entire application to cloud, or they may not have moved the entire business needs to the cloud. I'm talking about IT related. But at some point in time, they have to move because the world is moving towards the distributed architecture. The world is moving towards, we know, post-COVID, all our partners, all our customers, everybody are working from home, or there is a hybrid kind of model which is emerging. And I'm not saying everyone has adopted cloud, but most of the key customers, large ITS organizations, large manufacturing organizations, and in fact, to some extent, even government has started, they have all adopted cloud. I understand it's not 100%, but what I spoke about is beyond cloud, right? Once the cloud is implemented, everybody thinks it is monthly payment. So I will swipe the card, or I will do something which is $10,000 per month or $15,000 per month, but they get a shock maybe after 6 months or 8 months. The bill that comes to them, or the invoice comes to them, is much higher than what they have planned or what they have provisioned for their organization. That's where the challenges come. Second challenge could be a lot of applications that needs to move on to cloud, because ease of accessing, ease of retrieval, or whatever, I'm saying archiving part of it, or faster response, or it could be anything that is needed for the customer. So that's going to happen, and we have to be ready with that. What is that I'm talking about? I'm talking about, one is moving the workload to the cloud, right? The second one is, there's something called as upload, download, and all that, right? We all have heard about it. How do I actually go and tell the customer, I will help you optimize your cloud. I will help you reduce your cloud bill on month. I will help you possibly leverage the existing infrastructure you have, and it moves onto the cloud. And how do we do that? All that. And finally, automation part of it. Automation is what I'm talking about. Most of the customers today need it, because all these guys have gone ahead and adopted cloud without realizing that there is software. Yeah. So that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. Sir, bills are like after like 4 months itself. We don't know how they charge, and it goes on increasing, and we lose the client because of that. Where to fight? So for all big player, it is like that. So sometimes we have to move to smaller player nowadays. But like software as service, like Azure has started, and some other, even Amazon. I think they are not actually fair on their pricing side. After sometimes I don't know why they go on charging for some of the things which are not used by our developer also. So that's the issue. That's the major issue. But thank you. And we'll try to meet you sometime.
Sure. We have seen that. In fact, I have worked with some of the customers through my partners. We have certain tools with us, which is not just migration tools or moving the. We have tools which actually helps optimize the cloud usage. We have the automation tools, and we also have the skill sets to go and actually execute such projects with the partners. You can reach out to me at any given point in time, and possibly we can have a different discussion together and see how we can collaborate and leverage each other's strength.
Thank you.
Yeah, you raised a very valid point, Hari Krishnaji, the cloud, because if it's not optimized, then as you say, there will be many surprises. So I'm sure our members will be able to take help of your expertise on such, I think, the major issues which can crop up later. So thank you very much, Hari Krishna ji, for highlighting this very valid point.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for having us here, and it's pleasure talking to ASIRT community. We will be here. Hopefully, Jiten Bhai and Tushar will invite us more and more, and I'll be part of the community. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Definitely, Hari Krishna ji. We will love to have you many more times.
Hari, thank you so much for coming today. It was wonderful hearing you.
Thanks.
And as always, you're always welcome on the ASIRT platform. We have 215 members who are hungry for business and they want to grow.
Right.
So that is one area I think we can collaborate together and leverage on each other's expertise and probably take it ahead. So wonderful having you today, Hari. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Tushar. Thanks a lot.
Pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, friends, for your wonderful support being present over here. And so today is our 99th ASIRT TechDay. We will have our 100th TechDay in month of April, which will be a grand event. Before that, we have our ACPL, our ASIRT Premier League event. So don't miss it, which is on 12th of March. So see you everyone on 12th of March for our ACPL event. So till then, wish you all a good, happy time, healthy, wealthy period. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.